Everyone, good morning. Uh, in the aftermath or the ongoing crumbling of stock market faith and society in general realizing that it's been a fixed rigged game the whole time, uh, and also in light of the pandemic and the idea of a stimulus check, or more appropriately now being relabeled survival checks. I, I was in the shower, standing there, trying to wash off the dread, when I was remembering quite a few conversations I've had with people and just the idea of a universal basic income and how that DG360 is posting stuff. um, and the resistance, I was thinking the resistance to having a universal basic income and the people that are resistant to it and the arguments against it. I was also recalling how I felt or how I feel when I see someone panhandling on the side of the road. I like to think that I'm just the average, everyday, middle of the road kind of human being in America that has to deal with all this weirdness. Um, so when I pull up, as I was thinking in the shower, I worry about people that don't have as much as I do. I don't have much, but I have enough resources that I'm not concerned about being able to survive through this pandemic. But I see people on the side of the roads will work for food, out of work, lost jobs. Uh, I am dealing with stress. I don't know if that helps cover it at all. Um, so I have a couple thoughts when I see them as I'm pulling up. First of all, as I'm pulling up in my car and they're on the median, I'm thinking, oh fuck, I don't, just don't, I don't want to deal with it. I feel guilt. I don't want them to be there. Uh, it makes me feel uncomfortable. I don't have a whole bunch of money to give out, and that's when a little bit of my psychology, as I'm thinking of it, changes to: are they really homeless? Because you hear about stories of people out there making thousands of dollars a day panhandling, and they go get in their Jaguar and drive home, and then take a shower and put their suit on. So it's a grift, and we are all against grifters. We just have different ideas of who the grifters are, uh, and that ties into another idea or another feeling that I know people that are against a universal basic income or universal health care or an assistance. You have the religious right, and not even just the religious right wing, not just the religious fanatics. You have religion has corrupted the idea of charity. It's charity that I was mostly thinking of in the shower. Um, Religion has been able to corrupt our compassion for the needy, for the homeless, for people that have fallen through the cracks. When I see somebody on the side of the road, my initial reaction is, oh, fuck, man, I'm sorry. I want to help you. Instantly covered by, I don't want that responsibility. They're likely to glom on, and I don't have enough resources to carry everybody that I see that's homeless, and nobody else is doing that. So you take on more responsibility in your head, and then at the same time you have churches saying, "Give to us, we will help the homeless," and the idea is good, right? But they add in, because there's guilt associated with seeing somebody in need and not helping them. We all feel guilt, unless you're a sociopath. You see someone in need, you want to help them. You want to figure out a way to make their life better, or at least as good as you've been able to manage somehow, whether you have the right idea of how you managed or not, whether you have uh, a large family, a wealthy family, if you have a lot of people around you, if you just were born without family assistance, or you somehow got estranged from them, or deaths, people die, uh, how you would lose that assistance. So we want to be able to help other people in need, I think instinctively, but we don't know how, and we don't want to take on the responsibility, because this society will eat you if you have any weakness. So religion has been able to corrupt charity in a way that you are able to give to the church with the idea that it's charity. It relieves your guilt, but then also, at the same time, allows you to feel superior. Religion has been able to tap into a superhero mentality of charity. So with charity, the church, you, the individual, gets to select who you're a hero for. You don't want to help the drug dealers or the welfare queens or the Mexicans that are just mooching off society. You don't have to help them, right? So you give to the church, and the church will then for you select the individual that you want to help, that you have decided is worthy. So it gives you that superiority. In this country, largely white superiority. For the cat, especially with Christianity and the Christian right wing, evangelical, largely. So not only are you able to, when you see somebody on the side of the road, alleviate your guilt because you go to church and you're a good Christian and you gave money to them to select who's most deserving. It gives you not only, again, the relief of guilt, it gives you a superiority belief in yourself because you think you're helping. And this whole time, the church is making money, billions and billions and billions of dollars off of your guilt relief, paying them. And this is their grift. Religion has been grifting on this since religion began. You were able to give value to the idea of the church, relieving your guilt, feeling self-superior, and being able to judge the ones that you don't think are deserving. And I bring that all up because that seems to be the biggest blocker to a universal basic income and universal health care. The idea of giving everybody, really, the idea of giving everybody a boost up, or everybody the bare minimum shelter, food, transportation, clothing, making sure everybody has a home. Instead, you get to feel superior by choosing that one has a home and that one has a home. And I got to help this one, and you get to feel superior, which feels good. It does feel good helping people. But it's been corrupted by the idea of superiority and the idea that some people are more or less deserving of assistance. Whether that's true or not, if you help everyone, everything gets better. Are there going to be some grifters? There already are. The churches, governments, corporations. We already have grifters. But if you help everybody, the rising tide lifts all ships, as the saying goes. So when you have things like GameStop, the stock market, regular people affecting rich people, they scream. They don't like it, free market. the Robin Hood, and again, this whole thing comes around to the idea of the Robin Hood. While I was in the shower thinking about the stock market, the Reddit, people are calling it an attack. It's a rallying where a group got together and discussed how they wanted to invest their money, and then they did it, uh, which apparently is bad when groups of people get together and use their buying power to get what they want, to try and make the world better. That's bad, terrible. Unless it's religion doing it, unless it's a bunch of people in a church discussing what they want to do to make the world better, or a bunch of people in a corporate setting getting together. But when you have individuals on the internet getting together to do a legal activity, buying stock and getting advice and using that, that's bad. So the corruption from at least my point of view, because I've battled this most of my life. Uh, I lived in Utah for a few years. I'm down in the South, Florida, below the Mason-Dixon line. I am in Confederate America at the moment, so I'm dealing with that regularly, and it's America. So I'm bathed in Christian Sharia daily, and I see it happening on the net, and how wealth has corrupted our charitable nature as a human being, to taint it, that you can't give everyone something, especially if they're not deserving, especially if they're not Christian, especially if they're not legal, if they're Mexican or Muslim or black, all that. Religion in this country has tainted our natural compulsion to help those in need, and painted it with ego and superiority and the superhero complex where you believe you get to choose who to help and who not to help. Not them, but them. And I think in my head, that's the biggest blocker to a universal income and universal health care, and the idea that the wealthiest country in the world shouldn't have any homeless. We should be able to at least provide, if not mansions, basic housing, good, healthy food, uh, internet service, communication services, all the things that uh, really are required to have a minimal life, a decent life, that's been corrupted by charity. So I guess my thought was, it's unfortunate and disgusting and depressing how religion has used charity to corrupt our basic instinct to want to help, and has teamed up with capitalism. It's disturbing how well religion and capitalism have locked together to corrupt human nature, and it's really becoming more and more obvious as the ill deeds and cheating and rigging of, particular at this point, the free market. Anyway, I have bills to pay. I just got a call from a collection agent about some medical bills for both myself and my father. Out of their goodness of their heart, they want to help me take money for basic medical needs. Feeling the squeeze. I hope the internet is able to gather people together, unionize people, as the idea goes, to give the people more power and take power from corruption. Good luck, everyone.